morning children. How are you all? Yes, welcome back to our social studies class. Okay? Children, in this class, in this lesson, you are learning about the globe and maps, isn't it? In the previous class, you have learnt about importance of and uses of globe and map. What is a globe? Globe is a model of the earth. It is a miniature model of the earth. Globe is reduced millions of times smaller, children. But it shows the accurate how our earth looks from the space. Exactly how earth looks from the space, globe is showing us exactly the earth. So it is very useful object. And map is also showing and representing the earth, but in a flat surface. On the globe, colors are also used. Colors explains us some information, give some information about the earth. Okay children, the globe is fixed on the two end points by a rod and it will spin. Same, our earth also spins like that only, children, on its own axis. Earth also spins on its own axis. It is tilted at 23 degrees. In the same way, globe is also tilted. It shows how the continents and oceans and countries are spread on the earth. Clearly it will show. So globe helps us a lot to learn about the earth, isn't it? Map also showing and representing the earth, but it is flat. It is two-dimensional. So we need to have more imagination, children. The book of maps is known as an atlas. What is the book of maps? An atlas. The person who draws the map is known as a cartographer. Okay? The person who draws map is known as a cartographer. And the study of maps is known as cartography. The study of maps is known as cartography. The important element for drawing a map is scale. Cartographers will take scale into consideration. Then what is scale, children? It is showing us the relationship between the distance on the actual ground to the distance on the map. It shows, scale helps us to know the distance between any two places easily. Okay, if you know the scale of a map, you can calculate the distance between two places and you can understand, you can find out the how far or near you are positioned. How far or near you are from a place where you are positioned. So, scale helps us to know the distance between two places. It is again of two types. A scale is of two types, children. Large scale and the small scale. Okay. Large scale means for 1 centimeter on the map, for 50 meters on the ground. Okay. For 1 centimeter on the map, it takes 50 meters on the ground. Whereas small scale map will show for 1 centimeter on a map for 100 kilometers on the ground. Okay. 1 centimeter on a map for 100 kilometers on the ground. Means 100 kilometers is reducing to such a small 1 centimeter on the paper. That's why it is known as small scale map. Okay. This scales helps us a lot. So this is you learnt in the previous session. Now some more elements you are going to learn which are most important for studying the maps, children. That is directions. One important element is directions. Without directions, is it possible to guide children? Per person, or if you want to guide your friend to show your address, you want to show your address to your friend. So you will draw your picture, neighborhood picture, and you will guide him with the help of directions so that he can reach to your house easily. In the same way, if you are going to any new place, unknown place, how can you go? If anyone guide you with the help of directions, or if they gave you the route how to reach their place, so you can go to a strange place also with the help of directions, isn't it children? So directions play an important role. Directions helps us to read the map easily, children. Okay, directions helps us to read the map easily. There are 4 directions, children: north, south, east and west. They are known as cardinal directions. Okay, north, south, east and west are known as cardinal directions. Always the arrow in a compass shows the top. Top means north. Okay, when the top direction is north, opposite is bottom is south. Right side of your page will be east. Left side of your page will be west. So, if you know one direction, you can find out the other directions. So, the compass. Then what is a compass, children? The compass is an instrument which shows us the direction, which is always pointing towards the north. Okay. So, north, south, east, west are the cardinal directions. Cardinal means what, children? The most important. Okay. The most important cardinal means. So, the directions between the main directions are called subdirections. Okay. Directions between the main directions are called as subdirections. Between north and east comes the northeast. Between south and east comes the southeast direction. Okay. Between north and west comes the northwest direction. Between south and west is the southwest. So these are subdirections. Directions helps us to find the location of a place, to read the place, to find out anything on the map or a globe easily. It helps us a lot, children. So directions are very useful element to understand the map accurately. Okay. Next, another important element is colors. Another important element is colors. Colors act as a symbols, children. They also help us to understand the map easily. Each color has each meaning. Each color has a particular meaning, or it shows a particular place. So, by seeing the color, you can understand what place, which kind of feature is located in that area. Okay. If without colors, if just plain white if they provide you, it's a bit difficult for you to understand the features of a map. That is the reason colors play a vital role, very important role in studying the map. It is one of the important element of a map, children. So, I will explain few colors. Blue, suppose our globe is blue in color because earth is made up of water, 71% water. So, it is blue representing water. In the same way, in the colors also, blue is used to represent water bodies. Okay. So, different shades of blue you can observe, children. When you are studying the map, you can observe different shades of blue. Light blue show the shallow water bodies. Dark blue show the deep water bodies. So, according to the depth, the shade will be changing. Okay. Dark represents the deep. Light blue represents the shallow water. So, like the shades of blue is used to show the depthness of the sea, water or oceans or sea, whatever it is, children. Next, brown. Suppose brown is used to show the mountains. Okay. Light brown means hills. Dark means mountains. So, as elevation is increasing, the dark shade will be more, children. So, light brown for hills, dark brown for mountains. In the same way, yellow means yellow representing desert. Yellow represents desert. Green. Green represents plains, children. Green color is representing plains, crops, grasslands. So green color is representing this crops, agriculture, plains, everything. White or purple color. White or purple color is showing snow-covered mountains. Okay, because snow is white in color. So white color means snow-covered mountains. So like this, different colors are used to show the different features. So colors are one of the most important element to understand the map, children. The next important element is conventional symbols, children. So what are conventional symbols? Means that are the clues. Conventional symbols are the symbols or clues that are given on a map. They are accepted universally, children, because that conventional symbol or legend represent a particular object or a place. That symbol or legend represent a particular object or a place. So it helps people to locate a place easily on a map. Okay, this symbol helps us to locate a place easily on a map. The index or a key explains us what symbol stands for what. Okay, the index or the key explains us which symbol stands for what, children. So with the help of index, we can study the map. With the help of conventional symbols, we can locate any place or any object on a map easily. So these are the few elements, children: scale, directions, colors and conventional symbols. Now we are going to learn about the differences between globe and maps. Globe is round in shape. Okay, globe is three-dimensional, whereas map is in a flat surface, drawn on a flat surface. Map is two-dimensional. Okay, globe is difficult to carry. It is huge, so it is difficult to carry. Maps are very easy to carry. Okay, we can carry map very easily. We can fold it and keep it in a purse and we can go. More details, small details cannot be shown on a globe, children. If you want to see the globe which has more details, even minor details, then the globe becomes very expensive and very big. Okay, but on a map, more detail. Map is more detailed. Small information, more information can be given on a map. Next, legends, keys, index is not given on globe, children. It's not possible to give legends, keys, index on a globe. Whereas legends, keys and index are given on a map. That is the reason why studying the map is very easy. And it is very means we can understand the map easily with all these elements. On a globe, we can't see whole earth. Half part of the earth only we can see. Means if you want to turn and see the other part, you have to turn the globe and see. Whereas on a map, at a glance we can see whole earth. If we open the page, we can see whole earth at a glance. Isn't it, children? So these are the few differences between globe and map. As I said in the earlier session, which is the biggest globe in the earth? Earth. Okay, it is in USA. It is the only globe which rotates as well as revolves. Okay, children. Children, let us recap again. Globe. Globe is a miniature model of the earth. It is fixed at the two end points with a rod. It also spins, same like our earth. It shows exactly how earth looks like from a space. How earth looks from the space, globe is showing us exactly, but in a smaller size. It is reduced to millions of times smaller, children. Colors on a globe also helps us to learn some information about the earth. Map is flattened surface. It is also representing the earth. You need to have more imagination to read the map. The book of maps is known as an atlas. Okay. The person who draws the map is a cartographer. The study of maps is a cartography. The elements which are used in a map to make us understand the map easily. What are they? Scales, directions, colors, symbols. Okay, these are the few elements. Scale. Scale is what it is telling us the relationship between the distance on a map to actual distance on the ground. It helps us to understand the distance between two places. There are two types of scales. Small scale and the large scale. Small scale shows for 1 centimeter for 100 kilometers on the ground. Whereas large scale shows 1 centimeter for 50 meters on the ground. Next, directions. Directions are mainly for children. North, south, east and west. They are known as cardinal directions. The directions between these main directions are sub-directions. They are northwest, southwest, northeast and southeast. Okay, they help us to read the map easily. They help us to read the map easily. Next, colors. Colors also play an important role to study the map. Colors will show you which physical feature is located there. So you can understand the map by seeing its colors. Like blue, shades of blue will show the depthness of the sea. Brown, shades of brown will show the height, elevation, hills or mountains, like that. Colors will help us a lot. Symbols. Conventional symbols are universally accepted, children. They show a particular place or an object. So like this, you have studied about the uses of globe and map in this session. I think you enjoyed this class very much. You try to purchase one globe and study it daily, and map also you take and try to locate the places and see the atlas. Daily one map you keep the habit of studying. Then you will enjoy reading the maps. Okay children, thank you.